But I did the same thing for my Bo when he was a kid. I took his brother and his sister, my other grandchildren, almost all of them, to Dachau and to Israel. My grandchildren don't need a college degree. They don't have to be 25 to understand it. They can feel it. They can taste it. They can see it. They know it. It must be part of who they are. As my father assured it was a part of me. They need to know. As you young people in here need to remind your generation. They need to know over time what happened. Why Israel is so essential. Israel is a place that creeps into your soul, inhabits it. He's done it with all of you. He's done it with a lot of Christians like me. Let me close. Two last thoughts. First, I want to thank many of you who are here tonight. Like Barbie and Larry Weinberg, Norm Brownstein, Lonnie Kaplan, Sam Lauder, Michael Adler. Look, so many of you who also aren't here, like Sam Adler, Tom Lantos from Delaware, Sam Marsh, Charlie Rubenstein, Rabbi Gertz. I had the privilege of learning from all of you, as well as serving with great men like Gabe Ribicoff and Hubert Humphrey and Scoot Jackson. All of you, and I mean this sincerely, and many who I've not mentioned, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for mentoring me. Thank you for teaching me. Thank you for standing with me. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it and owe you. And second, I want to apologize for telling many of you the story I'm sure you've heard me say before, but this is mainly directed to the 4,000 students that are here. I got elected to the United States Senate when I was 29 years old. I was raised by a father who was absolutely committed to the establishment of the nation state of Israel, a man who was high school educated, well-read. Our dinner table was a place we sat down to have conversation and incidentally eat. Oh, I'm not joking. He was really proud. At age 30, barely 30, sworn in new senator. I went to Israel. I got to meet Golda Meir. I met with every prime minister since then. But I'll never forget, sitting in her office, I say this to you students, it was after the 6-Day War, and she kept flipping those maps she had. She had that bank of maps. They were like, you know, one big bank, and there were like 8 maps, and flipping them up and down and pointing to every encounter, and chain smoking while she was doing it. And she had a guy sitting next to me that I met for the first time, an assistant named Rabin, for real. And after about 45 minutes of this, and I was increasingly depressed, as she talked about what was a raid against the Israelis, and how they had to continue to fight. And all of a sudden she looked at me, and this is the God too, she said, "Would you like a photograph?" I thought, well, yes, Madam Prime Minister. We opened those double doors into that section that's like a foyer outside our office, and there were a bank of photographers there. And we walked outside. We're standing next to one another, looking at the cameras, not saying anything. There was no statement being made. Photographs were being taken. And looking straight ahead, she said to me, standing to her right, Don't look so sad, Senator. We have a secret weapon in our battle against the Arabs. And I thought she was about to tell me something that was classified. I swear to God, I thought I was the only one she ever said this to. And I unwittingly, I was supposed to be looking straight at her, turned and said, Madam Prime Minister. She said, Senator, we have no place else to go. I tell it over and over again because it was a piercing moment for me. A formative event that has shaped my life for decades. It remains as relevant today as when she said it over 40 years ago. We have nowhere else to go. It still captures the fire and the steel, optimism, determination of the Israeli people. It still brings the vivid light, the plight of the Jewish people everywhere. It still ignites the raw passion that supporters of the Israelis feel to them in the marrow of their bones. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been honored for, 30-some years to be part of AIPAC events from the first time I was elected. I still support the work and mission of this organization. And to make sure that there will always be an Israel, to make sure there'll always be a place to go. That's why we are here. God bless you all.